Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome guys. I do speak about different cases on my channel. So today's case that I'll be speaking about is this new series that I have on my channel called Crimes That Change Laws. I wanted to do this one because there's so many laws that tend to change around the world, and it's sad to say that for laws to change, someone has to lose their own life, and I think that's one of the most unfair things possible. This is like my one, two, three, four, I think five. This will be my sixth story that I have. I'm also gonna I do have another series that I'll be talking about, and it's about hate crimes. There's just gonna be me talking about crimes that have been committed by someone, that get unalived by people that don't agree about their skin color. They don't agree in their sexuality. They don't agree in certain things. It's these stories are really gonna be hard. Which I'll be giving you a warning on those stories. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about Amanda Todd. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to hit that bell so you can be notified every time I upload. The story of Amanda Todd. I've never heard of this story. This is my first time hearing it, so we never known when the 15-year-old Amanda Todd of Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, decided to make last Wednesday the last day of her life. Whether she expected that the act would turn her into a household name, if she imagined her fame at all, she must feel very ambivalent at the prospect in her short life. Amanda had already learned that notoriety had a dark side. A certain kind of fame had already found her, and with it came a certain kind of life. She plainly convincing herself that she couldn't escape. In a YouTube video she left behind, Amanda told the tale by flashcards set to a medium song called Hear You Me. Hear You Me. Her story is this. A few years ago, she was cheating with someone she met online. A man who flirted her at this request. She flashed him. The man took her picture of her breast. He then proceeded to follow. Okay, guys, this one, like I said, I forgot this. I forgot about the story because I've say so many stories, but this one is a warning. So if you've been, you know what, you don't want to hear the story, that's fine. Take care of you. Take care of your mental health, and I will see you in the next video. He then proceeded to follow Amanda around the internet for years. He asked her to put another shot for him, but she refused. So he found her classmate on Facebook and sent them the photograph. To cope with the anxiety, Amanda descended into drugs and alcohol, and ill-advised flirtation and sex. Her classmate ostracized her. She attempted suicide a few times before finally succeeding last week. Amanda's suicide is easily analogous to Tyler's claimants, mostly because the public diagnosed both cases as the result of a cyberbullying. Yet, as a described term, cyberbullying feels deliberated, vague. Somewhere in the midst of the mob, there's usually at least one person who correctly succeeds the tossing of a straight insult. In Clement's case, the magazine in part charcoaled the harassed motives up to munificence and bad faith. The kind of things that criminal status can easily be provoked to cover. But with Amanda's harasser, the malice is unquestionable. Anyone who has ever been to high school knows what they are provoking by distributing photos like that. In a culture myth, one particular to the internet, that the methods of harasser are familiarly legal. and that the state is helpless to intervene in all cases like this. The systematic way the harasser allegedly followed Amanda to new schools, repeatedly posting the images and threatening to do it again, makes it textbook harassment, regardless of the medium. Indeed, in Amanda's negative Canada, cyber harassment is prosecuted under the general harassment provision of the Canadian Criminal Code. And in the United States, most states have added specific laws against cyber harassment, in bullying to the general legalization of harassment. At the federal level, there is the Federal Instead Striking Punishment and Prevention Act, which covers harassment that crosses state and national lines. While all of these laws are subject to the limitations of the First Amendment, I can't even speak English, generally doesn't protect threats or harassment. If people are not being prosecuted for these acts, the fault lies in the social element of law enforcement, the way the human prodigies of the judges, juries, and prosecutor inflict black letter. But otherwise, the power is there. The culture mores are what is preventing the laws from being successfully invoked. There are, after all, consequences to the whispered belief that these acts of harassment are regrettable but not unlimited punishable. Specifically, it observes truth about the practice first, that this kind of thing is not merely to prevent of children who know not what they do. While the police have yet to confirm the identity of Amanda harasser, the Harksville group Anonymous has defined an adult man who lived nearly as the culprit. He denies the harassment, though he told a Canadian television crew that he did indeed know Amanda. It remains to be seen whether they pointed the finger at the right person. But the theory that an adult would have targeted a teenager for such abuse, that he would have tricked her and been different to the price she paid, is not merely punishable. It is a thing that happens every day on the internet. Only 2 days after Amanda's suicide, the Guard report Adrian Chen, a defiant man named Michael Bursch, as one of the perpetrators of certain vandal threats on the social news website Reddit, somewhere dedicated to creep shops in Jailbait, the foundation of chiefly as vehicles of delivery of pictures of young women, many of whom did not consent to either the taking of the picture or the particular mode of dissemination. The Jailbait pictures typically of teen girls in the theatrical, if merely clad, posts that used to be exclusive prevents of bedroom mirrors tend to be stolen from teenagers' Facebook pages. The creep shots, by contrast, were usually taken furtively without the notice of the subject, or who, leaning over a table or sitting in a chair, did not imagine herself to be giving a show. Bursch and Code, who are nearly a small subgroup of a large and vocal population, argue that they do nothing wrong in posting of faculties the posting of these images. They say, merely engaging in the vaunting of American tradition of free speech, which is what makes their activities legal. Any consequences are there before legally and civil or criminal liberty of his own, under, say, Texas Penal Code provision that prevent the non-consensual taking and transmission of photos to or stores a gratify the sexual desire of any person, or even a suit for a copyright infringement from a young woman whose images he has reposed has not even crossed British minds. So basically what I am taking out of this sentence is that a creep could go to your profile, your social media profile, download a picture of you and put it somewhere else in the internet, and you don't even know about it. This is why my child will not have social media anytime soon. Because what? This is ooh. Okay. I can't. The only kind of lawyer he has hint as hiring is a Flanfair attorney who would work on a Contrici feed and help him sue Caker on what grounds he didn't say, but one guess that he thinks about the so-called reputational starts suit for defamation or invasion of privacy. Ernie has no dimension here. What you could call the Bershman worldview, which takes anonymity as the only meaningful from a privacy and a key element of free speech, is nearly an article of faith in these lawyers' levels of the internet. But it has tangles that extend higher, more powerful place. Scholars often provide, quote, EFF Oregon Foundation, John Perry Burr's Declaration of the Independence of Cyberspace, which among other European versions holds that our identities have no bodies, so unlike you, we cannot obtain order by physically circulation. The founding myth of the internet was it offered of a way to escape physical reality. The freedom to shape yourself, to say anything became a sort of scarred of object. But as the scholar Mary Anne Franks has observed, women haven't actually achieved these bodiless freedom online. They're embodied in distributing pictures in a sexual comment, whether they like it or not. The power to get away from yourself, like everything else, is unwillingly disturbed. Women have become, as Franks put it, unwilling avatars, unable to control their own image online, and they told to put up with it for the sake of freedom, for the good of the community, and then they are incorrectly told, even if the public is behind them, they have no remedies in law. They're shut down by people with the view of freedom of speech more clearly than they're held by any judge. So I've learned, and I've used to be a 00 in high school. This is how I look, guys. This is how I look when I was in high school, okay? My daughter's father's grandma, the first time she met me, this is what she... Do they feed you, girl? Because I was so skinny. So, I've always been skinny. But the older I got, the more my body changed. Because that's happened. And that's one thing that men will never understand. They change. It's part of life. When I had my daughter, I felt so beautiful. I felt gorgeous. My hair was just long. I was glowing. I felt like I was glowing. My stomach was... I would show up my stomach. It was just me. And it was in the summer when I was pregnant with her. But now, since I've had her, it's been taking... I really don't care about losing weight. I've had her, and if I don't want to lose weight and I want to keep doing this is my body showing everybody that I had a daughter. It is what it is. But I feel like now with social media, women see other celebrities. Like, there's some celebrities that I'm going to say Cardi B. Like, she had her son, and like a week or like a month after having her son, I see her, I'm like, girl, Miss Cardi, weren't you pregnant like a month ago? Like, I don't know what these celebrities do, because they have a baby and then they go back to their old body. I don't know what y'all do. I need the information, please, if you can. But these And this is the thing that us women are so, like, mind you, I know, and I am, I will say it myself, there is times that I do edit my pictures, or I use filter on my pictures. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not gonna deny it. I do. I go to Snapchat if I don't have makeup on, or I don't feel beautiful. I will go to Snapchat and use their filter and then post. I'm not gonna lie. There's, some of the celebrities do edit their pictures and they fix, and that's what they do. But my point is that you as a woman cannot sit here and keep comparing yourself to another woman. You cannot compare yourself to Kim Kardashian. You cannot compare yourself to Paris Hilton. To whatever other woman, you are you. And you can't let a guy tell you any different. You know what I mean? You have the right to tell a guy no. But the guy has the right to understand that no is no. And if your mom did not teach you the word no, sir, I don't know what to tell you. Because I could teach you no in 5 seconds, boo-boo. 5 seconds. It's only going to take me 5 seconds to tell you to understand what the word no means. Us women need to stand up for ourselves. Us women need to make sure that we are loved, but we love ourselves. We love our body. It's taking me years to love my body. Having a family member tell you, oh, you're so fat, you need to gain weight, that hurts. That hurts. And that really has affected me. And I hear it on my head every single time. But I also have to remind myself, this is who I am and this is me, and I love who I am. You can, of course, take these points too far. It is definitely easy nowadays to turn tragedy into a one-note marathon. And the Savage God, the critics A. Alvarez observed, a suicide excuse are mostly casual. Her real motives belong to the internet world, devising conditionally, liberty, and mostly out of sight. But whatever Amanda may have been thinking, whatever else may be true, she did get one thing out of this. Amanda did manage to, just once, tell her own story. She got to drown out the version of her that strangers had put out on the web. It is a small comfort, but it was Faith, the only one she had left. And that is the sad story of Amanda. Let me see if I could get, because I feel like this article. Okay, so I'm going to read another article, because this one was just like, it's just, it on September 7th, 2012, Amanda posted a 9-minute YouTube video titled My Story, Struggling, Bullying, Suicide, Self-Harm, which showed her using a series of flashcards to tell her experience being bullied. The video went viral after her death on October 10th of 2012, receiving over, because I'm going to tell you the right damn number. And why I do this, guys, if y'all have kids, don't give them social media. Just don't, because
1,600,000.
1,006,000 views by October 13, 2012, with new website from around the world linking it to it. During the video, Amanda writes that when she was in the 7th grade, so between 2009 to 2010, around the same time she moved in with her father, she used video chat to meet new people over the internet and receive complaint in her looks. I remember those. I really do. After strangely repeatedly asked her for over a year to braid her breasts, red flag. Okay, guys, I'm telling you right now. Listen to TT Melissa right now. Young ladies, if a man tells you, show me a picture of your breast, I need you to block him. Block him, call the cops, tell your daddy, tell your mom, tell somebody. Because that is a red flag. Sir, no. No. You want to go see some titty? Go ask your mama. Go ask your mom, sir, because you ain't finna see mine. No. Amanda did so on a webcam stream in the person's safe frame using screen capturing. Basically, screen capturing, if you don't know what that is like screenshot in our phones. You know how when we take a picture and we screenshot, that's the same thing in the computer. He later blackmailed her by threatening to give the topless photos to friends unless she gave him a show. She also was featured briefly on the Daily Caper on Block TV, a pedophile-run news show utilizing an animation of the character Dora Sarmi from the HBO family series Crashbox. The attacked children who were groomed into flashing or sex act on camera and encouraged their continued exploitation. An episode of Daily Caper a month after Amanda's death claimed to pose her abuser and reveal evidence that crimes incriminates them. Amanda wrote during the 2010 Christmas break, police informed her that the photo was circulating on the internet. She wrote that she was experiencing anxiety, depression, and panic disorder due to having a sexual exploiting online and cyberbullying. Her family moved to a new home where Amanda said she began using alcohol and drugs. A year later, Amanda's blackmailer reappeared, creating a Facebook profile that used the topless photo as if its profile image and counting classmates at her new school. Oh my god, I can't. How? I can't. How? And how is it that Facebook let this happen? How did Facebook let this happen? How? Again, Amanda was teased, eventually changing school for a second time. She wrote that she began treating to an old guy friend who connected her. The friend invited Amanda to his house where they had sex while his girlfriend was on vacation. And I do not want to see not one negative thing about this girl in my comment, because you will be blocked, because I'm not dealing with this. I'm not going to. The following week, the boy's girlfriend and a group of about 15 others confronted Amanda at school, shouting insults, with the boy's girlfriend pushing her. Sir, you cheated on your girl. Why are you mad at her? Your girl should be punching you, not the way around. Oh my god. Amanda fell to the ground, then laid in a ditch where her father found her. After the attack, Amanda attempted suicide by drinking bleach, but survived after being rushed to the hospital to have her stomach pumped. It killed me inside, and I thought I was going to actually die, Amanda commented in her video. After returning home, Amanda discovered obsessed messages about her suicide attempt posted to Facebook. And in March 2012, her family moved to another city to start afresh, but Amanda was unable to escape the past. According to her mother, every time she moved school, he would go undercover and become a Facebook friend. What the guy did was he went online to the kids who went to the new school and said that he was going to have a new student, that he was starting school the following week, and that he wanted some friends and could they friend him in Facebook. He eventually gathered people's name and sent Amanda's video to her new school, including students, teachers, and parents. Where are the cops? Where are the teachers? Where are the parents? Where? What? Like, oh my god, I can't. Six months later, further messages and abuse were still being posted to social network sites, with Amanda's mental state overseeing they began to engage in self-humiliation and cutting. Despite taking her prescribed antidepressant and receiving counseling, she overdosed, was hospitalized for 2 days. Amanda was haunted by other students at her school for her low grades, a consequences of language-based learning disability, and for the time she spent in the hospital to treat her severe depression. It didn't really help that after she got out of the hospital recently, some kids started calling her psycho, saying she had been in the crazy hospital. Her mother said she went to the hospital. She had a therapy, she had counseling. She was on a good track. On the day she gets out, that happens. A shake in my head, and I think, are kids really that nasty? Do they really not think, what if it was them? I'm telling you, God forbids my daughter comes and tells me. God forbids my daughter comes and tells me that these kids are bullying her. I will go to the dance school, get a microphone, and I will put every single student straight. Straight. Y'all don't want to stop. Y'all gonna keep bullying my child? Y'all don't want to stop bullying my child? Y'all got the wrong child. Y'all are picking on the wrong child. Oh. Because I don't play by mine. I don't. On October 10, 2012, at about 6 p.m., Amanda's body was found hanging at her home. Oh my God, I can't. At the time of her death, Amanda was a 10th grade student at CAB Secondary in Culum, a school that caters to students who have experienced social and behavioral issues in private educational settings. A preliminary investigation by British Columbia Coroner Service showed that Amanda's death was suicide. The cause of death was reported in some medium as hanging, but the exact cause of death has not been released. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police and British Columbia Coroner Service put 20 full-time investigators on the case. The Quality Enriched Medium Series Crimes teams completed a full investigation, counting interviews and examining factors that may have contributed to Amanda's death. Investigators reviewed the content, social media site, and activity on their pages. I'm still trying to figure out where the hell was Facebook. Where was Facebook? Like, Facebook, if they see a page with, well, apparently they don't. They probably weren't paying attention. If you see a page, if you work for Facebook and you see a page, and all you see is boobs, like breast, a woman breast, delete, sir, delete. What? No, we don't. Where was Facebook? Why didn't the teachers didn't say anything? The principal, the adult did not say anything. They just let it pass? Like, oh my God, I can't. The Canadian National Organization Cyber Tip CA report having received a tip about Amanda nearly a year before her suicide. The Anti-Child Exploitation Group stated that in November 2011, a concerned citizen reported that images of Amanda were circulation on the internet. That information was provided to law enforcement and child welfare agency, according to CBS News program The Fifth State. The RCMP were repeatedly informed that Amanda was being sexually exploited by an adult male, and in response, the RCMP told the family there was nothing that could be done. There was an adult with common sense reported it, and the authorities said there's nothing that can be done. Canadian people, hello, Canadian. What? What do you mean there's nothing that could be done? Oh, why do y'all become detectives? I have a question, and then this is from anybody in the world. Why? Why do y'all become detective? Do y'all don't think about this? What about if it was your daughter? What about if it was your own daughter? What are you gonna tell your daughter? Oh, I can't do anything about it. There's just nothing we can do. Oh my god. According to the Ontario Provincial Police (OPP), however, the crime of sextortion can be investigated quite successfully. After an investigation by Facebook Security Unit, whose report was forwarded by the USA authorities to the Child Exploration Online Prosecution Center attached to the British National Crime Agency, and then to the Dutch authorities in January 2014, Dutch police arrested a man in case involving multiple victims in the Netherlands, UK, Canada, having installed spyware on his computer, chilling chat logs of extraction number of images of child pornography, and bookmark names that served as a database for potential victims in their social network were found. In April 2014, it was reported that the Dutch authorities charged a 35-year-old man of dual Dutch and Turkish citizenship, defined only as C in the Netherlands, in accordance with Dutch privacy laws, with indecent assault and prostitution of child pornography. The same month, the RCMP announced that the man had been charged with exploitation, internet luring, criminal harassment, and possession and distributing of child pornography for his allegedly offense against Amanda and other children victims. So he was doing it with other children. What is going on? Oh my god. Why? Like, I don't get it. I don't. Like, I just... This world is just a messed up word. Amanda's mother thanked police, but also said that she believed more than one person was involved. And on January 28, 2015, CBS News said that Adine Coburn had written an open letter proclaiming his innocence. Yeah. They will proclaim their innocence because, I mean, you know what happens in prison with these type of people. Dutch authorities dropped some child pornography charges in October 2015. Common case went to trial on February 2017 and calculated on March 16, 2017. He faced 72 charges of sexual assault and extortion in the Netherlands, involving 39 alleged victims, 34 young women and 5 men. Countries as various as British, Canada, Norway, and the USA, some of whom had been harassed for years, eventually convicting the sentence on the Dutch charges of internet fraud and blackmail. He faced 5 separate Canadian charges related to Amanda herself, one of the 39, and it was, I'm not laughing, it's something else. It was anticipated that he would be extradited to Canada no sooner than the middle of 2018, with Willis serving his Dutch sentence of 10 years and 8 months. Carl Todd expressed relief at the sentence. In December 2019, it was reported that Canadian authorities were preparing for the extradition due to the problems obtaining legal travel documents for Cuban and his lawyer Robert. The extradition was delayed until December 2020. The trial began in the Supreme Court of British Columbia on June 6, 2022. On August 5th of 2022, and the jury found Corbin guilty of all charges. In October 14, 2022, Corbin was sentenced to 13 years in prison by a presiding judge who used his discretion to add a year to 12 years sought by the Crown Attorney. Citizen aggressive factors, including the suffocation of the blackmailing shame, the widespread distributing of Amanda's image, and Corbin's lack of remorse. And on December 21st in 2023, Dutch judge reduced Corbin's sentence for his crimes against Amanda to 6 years in prison. It'll be served consecutively to an 11-year prison sentence for sexually extorting 33 other victims. Amanda's suicide received widespread internationally media coverage, much of which include a link to her YouTube video and an email address provided by the RCMP appealing for information from the public. With 24 hours of the appeal, over 400 tips were received. The RCMP had stated that the investigation was hidden by the amount of false information in online posting after Amanda's death and by scam claiming to raise money for her family. On October 19, 2012, a series of viewings were held across Canada International to remember Amanda and other victims of bullying. A minute of silence was observed by 250,000 students in Toronto District School Board District the same day Amanda's mother was guest of the 2012 We Day event in Vancouver. A week after Amanda's death, bullying has been scheduled as a topic before Amanda's death and was addressed by Speaker Magic Johnson, musician and anti-bullying advocate Demi Lovato, and British Columbia Premier Christy Clark. Intentionally, Amanda's mother was denied entry to an anti-bully conference for fear that her presence would upset other attendants. The family was invited to attend later events. On November 18, 2012, 600 people gathered at the final farewell ceremony for Amanda at Red Robinson Show Theaters in Columbia near her home. Carol Todd told the gathering that her daughter had left behind a larger-than-life message that has sparked the world and has made it open its eyes and its ears and heart. International Huxley Group announcement alleged a 32-year-old man was Amanda's blackmailer and main terminator. The group published the Vancouver area's man's name and address on the internet, resulting in the man's receipt of online threats of violence justice. After investigating the tip, police determined that the alleged allegations were unfounded and said that the false information that is being spread by people who appear to be trying to use Amanda's story to do harm or make a profit was on the legends they face. According to an interview with the Vancouver Sun, the publication of his intensity on social media site resulted in over 50 emails and thousands of Facebook death threats. A member of Anonymous had attempted to dissuade the group from publishing the information, saying that they had the right person, but that the address belonged to someone else and not the target. Slate report the person who was responsible turned out to be 19, not 32. Michael Dean, the New Yorker, compared Amanda's death to the suicide of Tyler Clement, the LGBT student at Rutgers University, who jumped to his death from George Washington Bridge after his roommate encouraged friends to watch a live stream of Clement kissing another man. In an early piece questioned that association of predators of non-kosher pornography. She quotes Mary Anne Franks. Women have become, as Franks put, unwilling avatars, unable to control their own image online, and then told to put up with it for the sake of freedom, for the good of the community, and then they are incorrectly told, even if the public is behind them, they have no remedies in law. They are shot down by people with the view of freedom of speech more learly than they held by any judge. And concludes, but whenever Amanda Todd may have been thinking, whatever else may be true, she didn't get one thing out of this. Amanda Todd did not manage to, just once, to tell her own story. She got to drown out of the vision of her that strangers had to put out on the web. It is a mock comfort, but it's phrase that the only one she has left. Vancouver Magazine titled a piece to Amanda's The Girl Who Woke Up the World, and in 2012 she was the third most Googled person, and by 2013 Visible had been held in 38 countries. Her mother continues to be the subject of the cyber stalking. After Amanda's suicide, more than 1 in a million Facebook users like her Facebook memorial page. Mingling among the positive support and comments are attacks and images from strangers and people claiming to be former classmates. I'm sorry, but no. If you went to Amanda's school and you saw people bullying her and you didn't do not one thing to stop it, I suggest you get out of her page. Cause what are you saying? No, You're not gonna come to this girl's page when you went to school with her and you probably saw people that were bullying her. And did you stop the other people? No, you didn't. No, thank you. Not happening. After one derogatory Facebook comment about Todd's death were reported to his employer, the Graph Faster Mr. Big Todd clothing chain, it was confirmed that he was no longer an employee. That's what you get. On October 19, 2012, police in New Zealand said that they were questioning a 17-year-old boy from Raglan who allegedly posted and propagated and distributed images on a memorial page for Amanda's. Police removed the images and shut down the boy's Facebook page. Where are kids' children? Where are the parents of these children? Like, where? Amanda's suicide emerged. The drink bleach internet memmed almost immediately, and me her mother regard are unhelpful to those at risk. 4 years after her death, she was included in a separation of Suicide Squad of celebrities that took their own lives, along with Alfred Hitler, Robin Williams, and Kurt Cobain in one disputation. Suicide memes rose to popularity quicker around the time due to the release of 2016 DC Universal movie Suicide Squad. Carl Todd established the Amanda Todd Trust at the Royal Bank of Canada, receiving donations to support anti-bullying awareness education and program for young people with mental health problems. A week after Amanda's death, ABC News report the Fluent website has been set up claiming to society donations, quoting a statement by RCMP Surgeon Peter Timsey, taking advantage of a family's grief is despicable. We want to get the world out that there is no one real account and no one who is interested can make a donation on or any RMBC branch to the Amanda Todd Trust account. It has since been incorporated a non-profile category known as Amanda Todd Legacy, with the particular outrage on the mental health issue of adolescents and Caucasians, such as World Mental Health Day on October 10th. The Amanda Todd Legacy Award was established in conjunction with the Douglas College Foundation in 2016. 3 students are awarded $1,000 annually towards their study. Amanda Todd Legacy and Carl Todd had also participated in the LGBT advocacy under the Agency of Kids Health Phone Canada 24-hour hotline for youth in crisis. Carl Todd close friends Lee Pedersen, the mother of Rachel Pedersen, and they frequently network on cyberbullying issues. The two women often have speaking engagements about their respective daughters with the empathy and respect, acceptance for forgiveness and dignity. On March 24, 2018, composer Jocelyn Murlock won the June Award for Classic Composition of the Year for a piece inspired by Amanda Todd. She was joined on stage by Carl. And that is the sad story of Amanda. If one thing that y'all need to learn about, that I want y'all to take of this video, is that bullying is real. Bullying is real. If you have kids, please do not give them social media. If you give them social media, check their phones. Check their phones. Like, my daughter wanted a TikTok. She wanted me to create her a TikTok account, and I said no. So I have a TikTok account, so it does say Melissa and Janelle. If you look for me, it says Melissa and Janelle. You barely see videos of her, but when I do post videos, some of them are her. Like, I just posted a video today of me and her, but most of my videos, you won't see that many videos of her on my videos, just because I know what it feels like. I could take the heat. Like, you could disrespect me all you want. I don't care. But when it comes to my daughter, that's a whole different story. She wants me to create a YouTube channel for her so she could blog or just, but I'm not ready. Emotionally, I'm not ready, because like I said, I could take the heat. I could take the hate. I could take the attack. I have the stick is, it takes a lot for you to push me to the point that I will blow up. But with my daughter, it's a different story. It hurts that as a man, as it just pissed me off, and it hurts that this young, beautiful little child had to lose her job, her life. And I feel like if the cops would have done more than what they did, she would have been here. She would have been here, but they didn't. And this is what I said at the beginning of the video. It sucks that somebody has to lose their life for changes in laws to be changed. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart for someone to take their own lives for you to change the law, for you to do something different when it comes to different type of laws. It's kind of like the same thing with the hate crimes. When someone committed a hate crime, you wouldn't be punished for it. It wasn't a law. Basically, you wouldn't get punished for unaliving an African American. You wouldn't get punished for unaliving an LGBT, a gay person, or a transgender. You wouldn't get punished. That somebody had to unalive, not somebody had, so many people had to die for that to change. So many people lost their lives for a hate crime to be punishable by law. So many people. I don't understand. So you're telling me that all these people that died for their skin colors, for their sexuality, for whatever, for who they are, it was not punishable? So it took someone, and not even one person, it took so many. When it comes to African American, the first story that I'm gonna talk about, I'm not giving you a lot because I don't want to give you a lot. He was unalived by white supremacists. And when I tell you guys, this story is gonna leave y'all shocking, because when I heard it, I was like, yeah, no, it's not true. But it is. It is. And to me, this crime it's like, how do you sleep? And yes, the guys who did it they got caught. But the way they did it, you know what? I'm not gonna give it away. You're gonna have to wait so y'all could hear it. Emmett Tipton. I'm sorry that I'm saying his name wrong. I'm gonna say it was a hate crime. But also, so with this case, because I'm gonna talk about him too. He had gone to. He lived in New York, but he had gone to the South. Mind you, in the South, it was still really, really black and whites were separated. From when I was reading his story, his cousin was saying, because I think he only has one of the last relative that was there when the accident happened. His cousin told him, well, his parents like, no, Cause so it means he was, he was a joke. He liked to joke around. He liked to prank people. He was just that type of guy. In New York, I think that's where he lived. I may be wrong, but y'all hear this. I will talk about him too. But in the North, people understood who he was. But in the South, that's a whole different situation. So him and his cousin, they went to a store. He was playing around. He was joking. Supposedly, allegedly, putting of course allegedly. So the store was owned by white supremacists, and the wife's owner was there. Allegedly, Emmett whistled at her, which was not true. She told her husband. She said that Emmett whistled, and who knows what else. They found him. They dragged him. And that's all I'm going to say. If y'all go look at these pictures, I'm going to warn you. Because the mom did fight to have her son's casket open. I looked it up yesterday, and I have that image stuck in me. Because how? No, they did not. The guys that did it did not get arrested. The wife, after I don't know how many years, said she lied. They were gonna arrest her for lying, but she died in 2023, and they said that they were not gonna arrest her because she was too old. Ma'am, you could be 100 years old, and if you breathing, you fit to go to jail, in prison. You could die in prison for all I care. That is not an excuse. This child lost his life because you wanted to sit here and lie. For what? And if he was whistling, he wasn't whistling at your ugly old ass. He was probably just playing around. I can't whistle? So if I'm a black kid going to a white store and I can't whistle, and if I whistle, I get in trouble for it? No. That's another case I'll be talking about, guys. But that's it. Just remember, please, if you have kids, please teach them that bullying is not okay. But also teach them that they need to stand up to themselves. If just treat people with respect. If you treat people with respect, they'll treat you with respect. That's all I'm saying. This one was really hard for me. I've never heard of this case. And I hope that Amanda is resting in peace, and I hope that her family is slowly but surely, healing from the situation. I have been bullying all my life. I still get bullied by my family, by my friends, but like I said, I have a stick scanned. It takes a lot for you to push me, but when you push me to that point, it's not gonna be a good thing. I used to be sweet, guys. I used to be the sweetest, nicest person, but I had enough. I was tired of people walking all over me. So that is that, guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful, what's today, Wednesday? Wonderful Wednesday, guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope that y'all stay safe out there. Bye.